Hey, what is up guys? And today I'm bringing you a preview for probably the biggest pack that I've ever done, and probably one of the biggest and most interactive and intuitive packs around, to be honest. This pack took me a long time. It was pretty much a whole day worth of work that I put into this, because I wanted to bring you guys the most exclusive stuff I could, and I wanted to bring you guys something that isn't just like any normal pack. So I'll run you through it now. So when you first get the pack, it'll open you up with something like this. So this is literally just the cover for the pack, and you can hide that. And these are all of the sponsors. So these are all the guys that helped me out with promoting the pack. So definitely check these guys out. And here, this layer here, this is basically just instructions and some information about the pack, bit of help. You don't really need to look at that if you've watched this video, because I'll run you through this. And basically, once you've gone through that, you've got all of these different folders here, and these are basically just separate, different kind of almost sections of the pack, you could say. So these are where you'll find everything that you're going to need. So I've got a bunch of Pantone colors here, and this isn't just any color chart, guys. What this actually is, these are all separate color layers. So the easiest way, which I do mention actually in the README file here, is to pinpoint these. You just go to the move tool, hold command or control, and then click whichever one you want, and that'll take you straight to it. And you've got your colorful layer there, so you can easily get these colors. These are all really nice colors, and they should be easy for you to use. You can even just get the color picker and choose them like this. Really good stuff. So that's probably one of the more simple things, but also really useful. And like I said, I wanted to make this pack for as many designs as I could, so I included a bunch of quotes here. So these would be for typographers and different people, and they've actually got the names of the people who actually said these quotes or wrote these quotes. So that could be really helpful for some of you. I've got wallpapers, and I don't actually have wallpapers other than the ones made by me, and the reason for that is because obviously I own these, whereas I can't take other people's wallpapers. And this pack is a huge resolution, by the way, guys. This pack is double 1080p. So anything you get off here, you're going to be getting it as a resolution you can use. So you won't run into any problems like that wise. I've got banner backgrounds, and these are from my previous banner pack. I've got not as many that are actually in the proper banner pack, but I've got probably some of the better ones here. So I've got some clean ones. I got some ones that could be used for like 3D styles, some ones that could be used for clean styles. This is probably my personal favorite one here. That's what I will be using eventually, for a nice kind of clean, professional looking background. Got some stuff that might be good for different YouTubers who are into sniping or Call of Duty or that kind of stuff. And to use these is actually really easy. They're all smart objects. So let's say I want to use this one. So you just hold command whilst on this tool, the move tool, and you just click, and then it'll locate the banner in your layers, and you just double click here, the smart object thumbnail. So you double click there, then you can click don't show again, and then click OK. And here we go, guys. This is actually a proper banner kind of thing. You can this is actually the proper resolution of a banner that you've got open here, that 2118 by 1193. So you've got the whole resolution thing. So that's something that that will come in really useful. And these have all been enhanced. So I've added high pass and all that stuff to all of these, so you won't have any problems with quality, hopefully. Moving on, we've got the bars. These these can be useful for banners and stuff. I got the black ones and I got the white ones. It's all quite self-explanatory. These, I've actually still got the layer styles on all of these, as you can see. So you can still play around with them, you know. I've tried to keep everything on this pack as customizable as possible. I've got just stocks, you know, like different skulls. I've got different glares. So these would be nice for, use on text. You can make text look nice and shiny with these. And it'll look, it'll look high quality because they're actually proper gradients. I've got guns, got a bunch of guns. These are all labeled and they're all smart objects. So again, you'll find that helpful. And this is interesting. I've actually got full PSD files here. So you've got a selection of different PSD files you can have a look at. These aren't necessarily PSD files that you can edit. This one here, this Twitch overlay, this is fully customizable, so you can change the text and stuff. It's really easy. The Glads one, that's more, just for looking around, having a play around. I've got the Banks one, that's for the same. I've got my Camera Plus app one. That'll be one that's quite interesting. Yeah, here we go, look. You've got all separate elements of the file, and you can, you can play around and, tear it to shreds, take icons, do what you gotta do, maybe just have a look at it. Honestly, you can use these for whatever you want. I don't want to save that. I could keep opening these, but I'm sure you get the idea by now. Open up the Banks one. Look, I've got it all here. So it's all good. All good. That's probably one of the more intriguing parts of the pack, one of the things that sets it aside from the rest. I've got overlays. So these have already got, the screen on them, and I've already erased, so you won't have any sharp or hard edges like you do on most packs. I've got two separate spec layers here. I've got them on top of each other because they work really well together. I've got this glass one. I've got these lights, these can be quite nice if you're making a banner that's quite, I don't know, bright, like a neon or something. I've got some stuff here for manipulators, and look, this is like splashes. I used these on my tank manipulation, so these are like completely and utterly perfect for, kind of splashes in water, things going through water, etc. This is UI elements, so what I've got here, I've got iPhones that you can, you can easily just kind of put your screen in there, your app. I've got default elements here, so if you want a keyboard on your app, then you just go throw that in. I've got elements that I've made, like a 2D iPhone here. Got these stock search bars and text boxes that I've made. An interesting slider, the defaults, all that kind of stuff. So there's some really interesting stuff in there, some really useful stuff. The list goes on. I've got advanced grids, brushes. So these are just kind of different brushes that have come from different overlays, and I've kind of turned them into actual PNG files, which is quite useful. And these are smart objects, so you can take this up to about this size, which is massive on my screen. It's a huge resolution. Just quickly drop that back down. I've got space, so these are all PNGs as well. These are also smart objects, so these can be, resized. Hang on. Yeah, these can go a bit bigger. They've just been turned into smart objects so that I can keep them nice and small. I've got these rock textures, and believe me guys, I took these myself. These were from a while ago, from the 100th video special, so they can be quite useful for manipulations and stuff. Like, I've used this one a few times, and I've used this part a few times. I've used that one. I've used these quite a few times. These are really useful, mainly because of the shadows and because they're not just a straight up kind of texture. There are a few because those obviously will come in helpful. And I've got templates here, so these are quite interesting. You do the same. You just double click the smart object, and we'll take the YouTube banner for an example. And so it'll open up like this once you double click, and it has guides. So you hit Command, and then I believe it's a colon. Yep, Command colon or Control colon, and that'll open up your guides. And the interesting part about this is, because it's a smart object, if you put a whole YouTube banner in here, and then you save it out as a PSD, if you hit Command S after you're done, so I'm just going to pretend, I'll just write YouTube there as well. hit Command S. The interesting part is your banner will go here. Look, it'll change down here. So, you know, if you want to open up a banner that you're half working on, just open, you know, and you're using the pack, you just open up the pack and then go back here, double click, and your banner will open up here. You can also do that if you want to, you know, save on file complexity, I guess you could say. And it's the same with the Behance one, so this will help you out when making full width Behance projects. And obviously it's the same for all the rest of these, Twitter header, iPhones. I've got layer styles here. I've got a bunch of cool different layer styles that you can use. This is probably one of my most popular ones, probably because it kind of stands out a bit. I've got, you know, ones for grunge. I tried to, you know, clean ones that look a bit like ice. That's probably my personal favorite of the bunch at the moment, just because it looks pretty interesting. Ones that, you know, look like holes. Ones that this one here, this would be really nice if you wanted to write, I don't know, like a company's name in it and then put it on a business card or something similar to that. I've got this one, which is similar to what I was using in the Obey banner, but obviously because it's a layer style I had to make a few different changes, but these are all still like completely editable, so I don't know, I can write pack. So there you go, there's an example, and that'll, you know, it'll work the same with all of these. I've done them all in Helvetica because it's a font that everyone has, but I'm sure you could change the font and play around with that. Sorry, got a bit of a cold. Yeah, it's taken me a while to get through all of this actually, because there's quite a lot. I got these splats. These are quite interesting and could be really quite useful for banners, or I don't know, maybe wallpapers and just kind of digital art and stuff. I got a bunch of random avatars, and it seems pretty weird to have these, but it's a problem I've come across many times in the past. When you're building an app design or a UI design, a lot of the time you need avatars, just like example avatars. And all the people here I've actually asked. I put out a tweet asking if I could use people's avatars, and all these people retweeted it. So here's a bunch of avatars that you have full liability to use, and it's all good. I've got a whole load of logos here. These are all full PNGs. They're all white, so you know they can all be really useful. And they're all everything in this pack is separated, so everything's really easy to locate. If you'd prefer to locate it yourself. I've got a bunch of icons here, so these would be really nice for app designs and stuff like that. So this pack really is big, guys, and it's going to be really useful to pretty much the majority of designers out there. I really suggest you think about going to get this one. I was trying my best to really kind of make it stand out. If you watched it all the way through till the end, then I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like what you see. Make sure you follow the sponsors, because they are going to help out a load. And I will see you on Twitter, I guess. Bye.